Alright guys, we are here with Pokemon break number 3. Let me get the link shared and Pokemon mixer number 3 I should say. Let me get the link shared and we'll get rolling. Get the energy randomization and link to YouTube. Ah, shite. All right, let me get the random ran for the energies, and we'll get rolling. We need a little. We need at least a 7 or higher. We got an 8. That'll work. Good luck to everybody. Periods in there. We will run the full case of finest after this. For anybody looking for the full case of finest when I went live and thinking you're going to get a full case of finest from the jump. We'll run that second. We will run the Trinity afterwards, and then we'll run the mixers based on when they fill. If the pick your team and random fill at the same time, I will run the pick your team first so that the random has a time to trade after I run the randomization. Just so you guys know. Hopefully we can run the random a little bit earlier, so there is a chance to trade. There might not be a chance, a very long period to trade if you're in the random teams mixer, just because obviously, like, once I run it, I'd like to run the break tonight and not wait a couple hours to run it. But let's get rolling here. Obviously, we have 3 booster boxes. We got Twilight Masquerade from the newest set currently. Obviously, we do have out the other half set that came out. Only got window boxes of that. When the ETBs come in, we'll run an ETB case or 2 break. We have the Twilight Masquerade. We have Silver Tempest, Lost Origins. Let's go newest to oldest. Why not? We'll run Twilight Masquerade first. No matter what, we gotta get my man Cal in here. Nice rub on the boxes. He's brought us some good Pokemon like the last couple times. If you guys like the Pokemon breaks, I can make them less than a week apart. I try not to spam the group with them, as when I started to do that and we were running a lot of Pokemon, guys kind of like faded off. And I also don't want to feel guys like Mike and Dave feel pressure that they got to get into every single Pokemon break. So I can run more of them, though. Obviously, if you've been in the shop, you know there is a ton of Pokemon in the shop itself. So I can do them a little bit cheaper. I can do them a little bit more expensive than what this one was. Obviously, this one has some of the bigger chasing sets right now. That isn't like Evolving Skies, but even in a break, I don't know if anyone want to get Surviving Sky in Evolving Skies. We got Teal Mask, Ogerpon, Poliwhirl, and Zapdos. Nice art on the card in this set. 1 second. That is going to go to Metal and start us off with Ruben. Just put this over here. Well, everybody had a good weekend. Metal is 6, so it should go like right here. Tomorrow I'm going to post something about tops, shirts, t-shirts, hoodies. If you guys want any, please let me know. If you are of the 2X size or the XL size, I can only get so many 2Xs. I can't just order like them size-wise. So I'll let you know when those are sold out. We have Applin, we have Monferno, and Alakazam. But it will be first come, first serve. I can only order so many of the packs for shirts. But I'm more than willing to order as many as people want that I can get my hands on. I'll post something that will have the MSRP, which is the manufacturer suggested retail price. It does not mean that I'll be selling them at that price. That is just what the flyer is that Topps sent out. And I just don't want to order them blindly and order way too many because I have a tendency to do that, thinking, oh, this is cool, and then everyone just leaves me fucking hanging. We have Survival Brace, Nose Pass, and Tinglu. The same goes for any TCG stuff if I ever get offered any cool TCG stuff to buy. Like Pokemon shirts or whatever else, or Lorcana shirts, it'll be the same thing. I'll ask the group, kind of do an order by demand kind of thing compared to just willy-nilly the hell out of it. Not that we don't have enough people that come in the shop and buy shirts. Just in general, I don't want to tie up thousands of dollars in t-shirts, if I'm being honest. It's not really what we do around here. Into the fourth pack, we have Water, we have Apom, Milotic, and Cornerstone Mask, Ogerpon EX. And that's going to be our first EX of the break. Going to Water and Michael Klein. Kind of weird how the random shook out this time. Dave on the top 3 energies, Michael on the bottom 2, and then Doug, Brandon, and Ruben split them in half. Interesting. We have Water. We're going to have Dreepy, Abra, and Alakazam. Anyway, that's new to the breaks. Obviously, we just go to the last 3 cards in the pack just because that's where the hits are at. Kind of been determined by the group that that's kind of how they prefer it, as they don't want to watch me go right through the... sit there and go through every single card. We'll be here for 3 hours of me opening Pokemon cards, which I don't mind, but I know there's some people that are like, bruh, this guy. We have Poltergeist, Enhanced Hammer, and Fenzindipity. Enhanced Hammer, sponsored by Viagra. So, got some good sponsorship money on this card. Blue Chew tried to get the sponsorship, but Viagra stepped in and gave a bid too high that Pokemon could not refuse on the Enhanced Hammer. That's an adult joke for any of the children watching. You can ask your parents if they want to tell you. If not, it's an adult joke, and then we'll just leave it at that. Going to David. We're going to have Metal, and that's going to be a Legacy Energy, Poliwrath, and Ogie Dogie. Also, if anybody has any of their Pokemon and wants to get it graded by me before the end of the month, when the promo ends, please let me know. We'll work out a better price. I'll take it off of whatever the thing is. I just got to see what the total actually is when I put it in, because with tax, I cannot give a good price. If you just want your Pokemon cards and they're not running any specials... Oh, I didn't mean to do whatever. It's Metal. It's going to go to Ruben. Stop putting up the fuchsias. We talked about that last time. But, it's $20 to get Pokemon cards graded. I was going to say, right now there is a special, so I think I can do them for like $18. I think they dropped the price down by $2. We have Fighting, Belly Bolt, Lampent, and Fenzindipity. They keep moving the goalposts on how much money you got to spend to get a retail account too, which is absolutely ridiculous. You have to spend $150,000 in a year in grading to get a retail account. That's crazy. They don't want anybody to have the good prices. I was gonna say. We have Leaf, Phantom, Sandagast, and Sinistcha. Let's go into Leaf and Doug. We have Darkness. It's going to be Perrin, Poliwag, and Luxray EX. On the Darkness, going to Dave. Or David. You go by Dave or David. If you go by David, I'll call you David. I could have swore you introduced yourself as Dave to me in the shop, but I could be completely wrong on that. If that's the case, I apologize. Because I can't expect people to call my son Joseph and then just be calling you a short version of your name as well. It's just his godfather's name is David, so like it's super habitual for me to call somebody that's David Dave, because his son's David, so I feel like you get to grow up and get a big boy name. We have Rillaboom, Ambibomb, Litwick, and Okie Doogie, but I mean, if you go by David, you go by David. It's no worries in my eyes. I'm gonna have Psychic, Zapdos, Halucha, and Enamorous. He's Pookie. I think he's still liable to be able to beat your ass, and you have to let him. So I was gonna say we have Kilowattrel, Snorunt, and Sinistra EX going to Leaf and Doug on the Sinistra EX full art. And because you're not a teenager, I think you have to let him bend you over his knee. I don't think you're allowed to fight about it once you become an adult. That's only when you're a teenager and you gotta get your one ass whooping by your father because you think you're more of a grown man than he is. We have Leaf. We're gonna have Wattrel, Tinglu, Sinistcha. Nowadays, it might actually be dangerous for children now that TRT is such a big thing. I was going to say. We're going to have Lightning. We have Kadabra. We have Blood Moon, Ursaluna EX full illustration rare, I believe. Special illustration rare, which I thought this was going to be the biggest chase card. I know this is one of the bigger chases, but I thought this was going to be the one that was the biggest chase over Greninja. But going to Brandon Kelly. Oh, it is a good hit. I just thought this was going to be the chase over Greninja. I didn't think Greninja was going to be a bigger chase than this was, but I never understand why one card goes for more than the other card. I still haven't figured that out. I've been trying to figure it out for like 3.5 years. Like back when I was little and collected, like it was because the cards like Charizard, there was no like special illustration rares or whatever else. So people chase Charizard because Charizard was the strongest card in the game. That's what made him so special. We have Psychic, Pinsir, Froakie, and Chandelure. And he was like the strongest in the video game, so he was just like every kid wanted him because he was the best Pokemon on paper. If Blastoise or Venusaur was stronger than Charizard, I think Blastoise got to get rid of it. Venusaur is just one ugly son of a gun. I don't think Venusaur could ever have been the main character, if that makes sense. We have Metal, Far-Fetched, Revavroom, and Enamorous. I mean, Blood Moon Ursaluna is not much prettier than Venusaur, so Venusaur. We have Enhanced Hammer, Dracloak, Limit, and Teal Mask Ogre Palm for the water energy. Like I said, you guys might not be here in the beginning. If you guys want me to post more Pokemon breaks on a more frequent basis, I can. We have Lightning here, Sunflora, Walking Wake, and Scream Tail EX. It's one to Brandon Kelly. I just try not to overdo it because obviously Pokemon's a little bit different than sports cards. Like the hits are only so big, you can only kind of once you complete the set, there's not really much more you can do in each of the sets, I guess. I guess you can just chase and collect to chase and collect. Because I used to post quite a bit more, and then guys kind of got burned out. Well, two of the big guys of Pokemon that would like pretty much be like, "Yo, post a Pokemon break, I'll take like half the spots." They both. One of them got ripped off in sports card like auctions, like fatals and stuff. There was someone rigging like random.org. We have Frostlass and Alakazam going to Darkness, and that's going to go to David. But yeah, some guys were. I guess they were rigging like whatever the raffle part of the fatals were, and he kept ended up. He would hit on like smaller like mid tier cards, and then on like the really big cards, he'd always have to pay. And finally, he said too much Pokemon. Mike's gonna start working for me. No, I'm joking. Honey, I gotta go to work. I'm picking up a part-time job. We have Ducklet, Vulpix, Walking Wake on the water. Energy gonna go to Mike. Oh, somebody either took a team or sent me a message on. We have Fire. We have Chansey, Darmanitan, and Heatran. Heatran's such an ugly Pokemon. That's the first Fire we got, too. That was a little rough for even a Fire to start. We got Leaf. It's going to be Trevenant, Fione, and Lucian. On the Leaf. It's going to go to Doug. We have Psychic, Lucky Helmet, Sandshrew, and Monkey Dory. We have Fighting, and that's going to be Sinistra, Palafin, and Teal Mask, Ogerpon EX for Fighting. We have Metal, we have Skillipede, Lamora, and Infernape on the Metal. I have Darkness, Ariados, Frostlass, and Hisuian Arcanine. Darkness. I'm still surprised how good this set's holding up price-wise, to be honest. In the secondary market, we have Fighting, Dipling, Phoebus, and Dragapult EX. We have Metal, Tadbulb, Timber, and Heatran. On the Metal. Fire, Spinnerack, Clefable, and Wellspring Mask, Ogerpon EX on the fire. It's not got many packs, but sometimes it's about quality and not quantity when it comes to the game of Pokemon breaking. Psychic, and that's going to be Shinix, Goldeen, and Frostlass on the Psychic. We have Leaf, Dipling, Tangrowth, Chimecho, and Infernape. Chimecho. Full art. It's going to go to Doug. Got 4 more packs left in the booster box. Twilight Masquerade here. And we'll go to Silver Tempest. We have Water, Rayford, Alakazam, and Monkey Dory. I am convinced that Giratina and Lugia are like the 2 hardest freaking special illustrated rares to pull, because probably opened like 7 cases of Lost Origin and haven't pulled Giratina. And we have Darkness, Luxio, Varoom, and Iron Leaves, which I feel like there's a lot of extra. There had to be extra cards in this pack. Pack felt very thick. I've seen both in person, obviously. I mean, I've held them in my hands. I've not pulled either one, though. Haven't opened near as much Silver Tempest as Peach State was not trying to sell as much Silver Tempest as they were. Lost Origins when I first opened the shop. We have Thwackey, Pheasantipity, and Blood Moon Ursaluna EX going to fighting. Last pack, a Twilight Masquerade. Not the best booster we've opened so far, but has been pretty decent. We have Fire, Eevee, Probopass, and Hisuian Arcanine on the fire. Into Silver Tempest. Oh, by the way, any V-Stars will be random at the end of the break. We have Lightning. It'll be Rotom, Capturing Aroma, and Frostlass. Forgot there's possibility of V-Stars. Hopefully you don't hit too many, so you don't have to worry about it. But any V-Stars will be just random among you guys. The whole pack, obviously. We have Fighting. And that's going to be Durant, Toji Damaru, and Miss Magius. Damn. Come on, give us some black borders. water. Loupe, Rufflet, Archeops, and Delphox. Delphox right there, going to water. What do you guys think from the yellow to gray border change? You guys like the border change? I think the gray looks better in my personal opinion. Like, I think it's more aesthetically pleasing, but I mean, the yellow just gives that sense of nostalgia. We have Leaf. We have Phoebus. Corviknight V. Full rare art. And we have Zorora. Let's go into Leaf. And Leaf is Doug. Corviknight. One of the better looking cards in the set. I have no clue what Corviknight goes for right now. I literally told Rodney and Tyler, I said, hey guys, pick out 3 boxes. Make sure one's Twilight Masquerade. You pick out the other 2. And they picked out Lost Origins and Silver Tempest. We got Clink, Swablu, and Crobat on the reverse holo for the Crobat. Going to Fire. Yeah, I know a lot of people complained about the gray border when Scarlet and Violet first came out, but I think a lot of people are kind of just have bought into it and kind of think it's a better look. We have Lightning here. We have Elgum, Radiant, Zarina, and Amoonguss. Fighting. We have Ferroseed, Pikachu, Candace, and Lance on the full art. Going to Fighting. We have Psychic, and that's going to be Phoebus, Whale Lord, and Lilligant. Going to Psychic. We have Leaf. We have Swirlix, Radiant Alakazam, and Amistar V. On the Leaf. Yeah, I did. I'll get you. I'll have to look through what the order number is, and I'll get you the order number if you want it. We have Fire. We have Spinarak, Gardevoir on the full art, and Metagross. Yeah, I sent it out with a bunch of my stuff last week or the week before. I think last week. I know it's sitting in research and ID. That's why I have to. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it up because it's sitting in research and ID still. To be honest, I have 4 orders just sitting in research and ID. It's the most ridiculous thing. I think between the national and the other show, it's going to Fire, which is going to Dave. I think between the Fanatics Fest and this, I think PSA is just overbooked themselves doing stuff. I've had 0 movement in cards since before the national. We have Lightning, because I have 2 Pokemon orders there, because I split the like 80 cards that I sent in half into 2 orders. Because I notice whenever they get bigger orders, Spinarak and Zygarde, they seem to just give like even if a card shouldn't get an 8, they seem to just give a random card an 8. And then I got a card. I had a Gimmighoul that was way off center that they gave a 10 to. So, like, I was like, I'm gonna send it just because I sent them back to back, hoping one would get a 10 for sure, because they'd look at the other one and be like, oh yeah, this is definitely a 10. That one's a 9 or 8. Both of them got 10s, and I was like, all right, PSA, thank you, I guess. We have Rufflet and Delphox. And then randomly one of the cards got 2 cards, and like a 80 card submission got 8s. There were only 2 ones that got 8s, and I thought the one card I looked at it and I was like, I have no clue why this got an 8. The other one was off center and when I looked at it, had some edge wear on the back that I must have just not noticed it, which is fine. Like, I make mistakes every once in a while when it comes to evaluating Pokemon cards, because it was like, I cracked it because I was like, it doesn't look bad, and then you could see there was like edge wear like right here, just very slight. If you tilted it, you could see it. If you looked at it straight on, you couldn't tell. So I was like, all right, fine, it makes sense. Because the modern cards, if it's an 8, like, you might as well, you're getting the same amount of money as it is to pretty much grade it. You might as well just crack the thing. And we have Glalie and Militic, because some of them are like $6 if it's an 8. Which, I mean, I guess you could sell it as an 8. I'd rather just give it to somebody in the store and let them play with it, because it was like just a regular V or regular EX that it was like more like one of these like Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon EXs that if somebody wants to buy it and play with it and put it in their deck, I'd rather have them for that than a PSA. Just seems like everybody that comes in and wants to buy Pokemon, they want it graded, so I just started grading it. Pretty much anything I buy that evaluates well enough to grade. We have Honchkrow and Victini. It doesn't seem like anybody wants to buy stuff. Yeah, I can. I was going to say, if I'm not... I still work for the government, so if I'm not in, you drop them off to one of the guys here, like Dylan or Tyler or Rodney. I'll look at them. And I can let you know which one's the grade and which one's not the grade. And then I'll just tell you which ones you shouldn't grade and just give them back to you. I can either ship them back to you, you can come back and grab them. Wait a minute, and I'll make sure I didn't do it with Dave, which was my fault. Mischievous and Gardevoir. I mean, me and Dave have a slightly different relationship in the sense of, like, he gets in a good bit about sports breaks. I think he would assume that I wouldn't keep his cards, but I didn't take a picture of the Eevee, but the other baseball cards. I have to start getting better about A, making people fill out a form, and B, taking pictures and sending them to people, because I have it marked down, but then, like, I had a guy call me, and he was like, the 4 football cards, and she's like, I never got, like, a receipt or anything. I'm like, yeah, they're a PSA. I can't really send you a picture. It's like, I can give you the order number. That's about it. We have Water. We have Dratini, Gardevoir, and Mawile V on the full art going to Water. But yeah, you can bring the cards up. And whatever I send away to PSA, I'll take pictures. Because I need to start taking pictures, too, because I swear PSA damages. Not on a regular basis, but I definitely feel like they have damaged a card here or there when it comes to some, like, first base or first refractor Jackson Holidays I sent to them that had, like, a corner damage. And I'm like, I wouldn't send in a card with that much quarter damage. Like, some stuff I'll try to get away with if it's like a base card or whatever. I'm sending a bunch of them. But here we finally got our first V-Star. The bane of my existence. It's going to be something nasty too, watch. Yep, always. It's always this way. We have Meditite, we have Flaffy on the full art, and Metachamp. I will run these all and put them on the thing. Yeah, Metachamp. So the reason I grade stuff that's a little bit lower than that is put these all to the side for the V-Star stuff. Is because people want to come in and buy like $20 slabs or $25 slabs. Like, they want to buy cheap slabs just to have slabs. So that's why I grade stuff that's not higher. But yeah, if you're just a regular person looking to like resell it, unless it's something you're collecting, like, I wouldn't recommend for like the art of flipping. Like, the chances of you were like making money. We have Whalmer and Caldillo. Mike's right, it's not the highest. If it's a $50 card, it becomes like a $150 card of it PSA 10s, or like an $80 card of it 9. So you're always getting your what am I doing? Talking and distracting myself is what I'm doing. We have Psychic. But like, sometimes taking a $5 or $6 card and grading it, even if I get a 9 and I only sell it for $20 slab, or even if I sell it for $17 slab, but somebody comes back to the store later on and buys ETB or whatever else, like, to me it's worth it. But Mike is right. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was gonna say, we're going to have Ferroseed, Patillo, and Regaliki V full art. Oh, shit. But that's also why I can submit Pokemon so quickly, is because I don't have to wait for anybody else's stuff. I can just send whatever, because people come in and sell, like, try to sell so much stuff. I was gonna say, I actually have to start cutting back how much I buy a Pokemon, because I just been like buying, and PSA hasn't been quick enough turnaround for me to buy and like at least resell it to get some of my money back out of it. I mean, if it's a really good deal, I'll buy it, but I gotta be more selective if it's like lower end deals and stuff. Because now, if someone wants store credit, I'll always buy with store credit, because that's just beneficial to me, because someone's at least buying something. But we have Water, Zagard, and Incineroar. What I will say is, most Pokemon collectors don't have the same, like with sports card collectors, they'll come in with like 1990 stuff and be like, they think they have like a $600, I don't know. We have Beldum, Dragonair, and Superior V for Darkness. The other day, someone came in with a Cal Ripken rookie card, which they are like $150 raw, right? But if they don't grade very well, they're not worth a crap ton of money. The guy was like, it's worth $500, and like just literally like lost his mind on Rodney. Superior V, and I'm like, like, sorry guys, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, if he gets it graded and wants to come back and sells a PSA 10, I'll give him $500 for it. A lot of people have struggle with like whatever's listed on PSA, or whatever's listed on, not PSA, whatever listed on eBay is like the listed price is the price that it actually sells for with sports cards, and that's not the case at all. We have Swirlix, Smeargle, and Clinkclack. With Pokemon, you look at TCG Player, and that's already what the sold price is. That's not what the listed price is for most of the TCG Player stuff. I mean, it is what the lowest listed price is, but the lowest listed price is normally like the sold price. or there is a sold price like next to it if you look at like some of the other stuff online, right? We got another V-Star. We have Murkrow, Anorith, and Arcanine. And I'll do each of these packs individually, so like the first pack will potentially go to somebody else that's different that has the V-Star stuff. And I'll label each one with like what the hit is. We have Lightning, and we're going to get Litten, Blissey V on the Full Art, and Articuno. Blissey V going to Lightning. Oh. Brandon Kelly. We have Fire. We have Stunfisk and Amoonguss. On the Fire. If I'm being honest, when I buy stuff, I normally just use eBay. I normally use 130 point still and use eBay. Just because that's sold listings and it's a lot easier to explain to somebody that this is what they sold for on eBay than try to explain what TCG player is. We have Psychic, Clink, Relicanth, and Delphox. Because that's where they're looking, right, is eBay. And then if it's like a really big card, I'll compare on TCG Player what it's selling for or listed for. Some of the stuff's hard to find on TCG Player, though, if it's in older sets. Or at least anything that's like relatively sold in the last like however many months. We have Leaf. We have Armaldo and Armaldo again. Yeah, it looks like about 8 packs left. But we'll run Finest after this. And then Trinity, and I think the mixers are getting really close to filling. We have Darkness, Emolga, Archon, and Firasun. Oh no, I don't disagree, but you know eBay owns TCG Player, right? Like a lot of the sold data from TCG Player is actually pulled off of eBay too. They merge their databases. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I will say the white code card though did have the Corviknight. We have Dratini and Dragapult on the reverse holo. I know the black code cards normally have better hits than the white code cards. I kind of mentioned it before. Traditionally, they have better hits. I know in the sets before this, the black code cards were like a much better hit rate than the white code cards. We had Drowsy, Dragapult, and Cobalion. We have Fire. We have Duocean and Hisuian Bravery. Psychic, Ninetales, and Fion. Yes, there's still Charizard in packs. The special illustration rares in certain sets are hard to hit. We got Metal. That's going to be Fion and Ursaluna V. But not every set has Charizard. Like this set right now that we're opening doesn't have any Charizard. None of the sets that we opened tonight has Charizard, I don't think. Does Lost Origins have a Charizard? I don't think it does. No, he's an Aerodactyl. But like there was an Obsidian Flame set that came out as was set 3 in Scarlet and Violet. That was all based out of 4 different Charizards. We have Croagunk, Bunnery, and Forest Seal Stone. Got 2 more packs in Silver Tempest. We have Darkness. It's going to be Milotic and Noivern. Milotic going to Darkness. Another V-Star. We have Chimecho, Rapidash, and Superior V-Star. Rapidash. That was the last pack of Silver Tempest. Let's get into Lost Origin. I'd have to go back and see which ones are exactly yours. But yeah, I can look at them. Or I can at least say like what value-wise might be worth grading. We have Fire, and that's going to be Phalanx. To start us off. And we got a V-Star. Be Poliwag, Radiant Hisuian, Sneasler, and Mr. Mime. Metal, and that's going to be Hisuian Basculin, Volo, and Hisuian Arcanine. Hisuian Arcanine on the reverse hollow. So we go to Metal. have Psychic, Damage Pump, and Dark Ray on the reverse. We have Leaf. We have Electros and Dustox. Lightning. That's going to be Rosalia and Electros. We have Fighting, the Slugma, Cresselia, and Porygon Z. We have Water, Hoopa, and Greedent. Man, I thought that was going to be a good pack. We have Darkness. And we have Orbeetle and Thornton on the rainbow. That's going to go to Dave. On the Darkness. Orbeetle V full art. We got Leaf. We have Litwick. And Enamorous V. Going to Leaf and Doug. Fire, Relicanth, and Banette. We have Lightning, Luminion, and Raichu. Psychic, Seal, and Magirna. Meadow Phantom. We have the Cook and Hisuian Zoroark. Cook on the full art. Cook for the metal right there. Fighting. Oh, there is a Charizard in this set. No, there's Charizard. And Hisuian Basculesian. Charizard on the full art. I forgot these sets were like, they're always with a trainer. Fighting and David. See, like, I know that, like, Mike would not grade that Charizard, but, like, that Charizard, even though it's like a $10 card, I believe if you get it graded, though, and it gets a 10, it's, like, becomes, like, a $60 card. I'm pretty sure. Pseudo Wudo and Kyrium VMAX. On the Psychic. But in general, like, I think that's a cool card, so like I would recommend getting it graded because I just think in general, like, it's cool card art. But that's really what it comes down to. Like, if you want stuff graded because you think it's cool or you don't think it's cool, if you're just looking for resale, like, I mean, that card's like a 10 or a bust. But that's like one of my personal favorite cards in the set. I thought it was in I don't know why I thought that card was in Brilliant Stars and not Lost Origin. We have Makuhita, Machamp, and Gliscor. I'll look at it and see how centered and stuff it is. We have another V-Star. We have Binnacle and Clefable. I can look at, pretty much I can take anything that's full art or whatever and look at it and see what the condition is. And if I think it's going to get a 9 or higher for sure. I'm going to have Water, Hisuian Zoroark, and Delphox V. Going to Water. Darkness, Hisuian Basculin, Pidgeot V. Darkness. And we have Hisuian Basculin. Chandelure, and Mag Cargo. We have another V-Star. The Sableye and Dugong. Darkness. That's going to be Rockruff and Rotom V on the Darkness. Got Leaf. We have Cast Form and Rhyperior. We have Lightning. It's going to be Horsey, Wind Up Arm, and Barbacle. Barbaracle, my bad. Barbaracle on the reverse hollow. We have Leaf. It's going to be Mag Cargo and Spectrer. Does this Pokemon have a high-end card? I feel like that's easily a card they could make into a high-end card if it doesn't. Like Psychic Horse, that sounds... like something they could turn into a dope card. Card art wise, we have Lightning. We got Kingdra and Parasect. We have Fighting, Mienshao, and Manectric. We have Fire. We have Roserade and Bouffalant. Darkness, Landorus, and Banette. We're going to have Fire. We have Colorus, Experiment, and Comfy. Chorus is Experiment. Chorus is Experiment. My bad. We have, I believe, 5 packs left. We have Psychic, Carbink, and Landorus. Metal, we have Landorus and Honchkrow. We have Water, Bronzog, and Poliwrath. Darkness and Ducklet. Radiant Steelix and Drapion V. Radiant Steelix here. We have Leaf, Seadra, and Glastrier on the reverse hollow. And that's going to Leaf. That's going to be the break. Let's do a quick recap of the hits. Like I said, the V-Star packs, I'll run them after I'm done doing all the sports breaks tonight. And I'll let you guys know tonight who they went to. We have Drapion V. I'll put a video up on my phone of each of the runs. It'll be a video for each one underneath the Pokemon break. We have Drapion V, Cast Form on the full art, Rotom V, Pidgeot V, Delphox V. We have Cook with the link so that you guys can check on them if you would like. We have Cook on the full art, Enamorus V, Milotic on the full art, Ursaluna V. We have Blissey V, Superior V, Mawile V, Amistar V, Lance on the full art, Blood Moon Ursaluna EX. We have Chimecho, full art. We have Luxray EX, Dragapult EX, Teal Mask Ogerpon EX, Lucian on the full art. Getting into what is up here on the board. Nothing too crazy tonight. The last couple breaks we've hit monsters, but this one was just some mid-tier cards. We're going to have Gardevoir on the full art, Screamtail EX, Wellspring Mask Ogerpon EX, Charizard full art. We have Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon EX, Frostlass, Orbeetle V. We have Sinistra EX on the full art, Thornton on the rainbow, Rekaliki on the V. I believe that's a full art, not a special illustration. We have Enhanced Hammer Gold, Kyurem VMAX on the rainbow. We have Corviknight V on the full art, and then we have Blood Moon Ursaluna EX on the special illustration. And that's going to be the break, guys. I appreciate y'all as always. I will see you guys here for baseball. We'll keep the Pokemon. Maybe I'll do it twice a week. Maybe I'll post one on Wednesday and one on Saturday and kind of see how they feel. Don't ever feel any pressure that you have to get spots in the Pokemon break, as it's 8 spots. So there definitely should be more people than just the same 4 or 5 people getting in them. Hopefully we run a little bit more. There'll be more people to get in them, so then if we want to run more than 1 or 2 a week, we can. I'll see you guys here in like 15 minutes or so to run the finest. Let me clean up this Pokemon because I got to make sure I put it in the box correctly because of the V-Stars. So see you guys shortly. Appreciate you.